To the protest. So we're headed on down to the protest. We'll do that in a second. This is the first kind of at the Amazon Go store. Got some graffiti over here, a broken window it looks like on both sides. But all right, we're on our way. Well, here we're joining the protest. You can hear the loudspeakers from here. Can't quite tell anything that's going on yet though. Matter. Some good memes out here. Say their names, like that. Excuse me, sir.
Treat the little black kids different. Little black boys and girls are being passed along who can't read. You need to stand up and work when you see they have a panel saying that they want to have diversity and inclusion and there's no people of color on the panel. You need to stand up and work when they hire the one person of color that now speaks for the whole organization and it comes down on their head and they're eventually drove out of the organization. This is where it matters, okay? We have to end white silence. We need true allies every day. If we're gonna change the culture, be clear. The police officers that kill us are a product of society. The officer in Minneapolis didn't do anything that he didn't think he could get away with. Let me say that again. He didn't do anything that he didn't think he could get away with. So we need to change the culture. How do we do that right now? Right now we ask for more police accountability. We need the oversight. Like they said before, the consent agreements, the community police commission, all of those tools that the people have to have consent and oversight and accountability. That's what we need. We need to keep those tools in place. And when you look at the news and you see a few people protesting and saying, yes, we need police accountability, you need to be with that as well, at work, at home, in your community. People of color are not going to be able to do this by ourselves. We've been protesting and marching for years. And yes, we get a couple of likes and some shares, and we trend on Twitter as our anger flows out. But without you, without our allies, without white people speaking up and stop being silent, we will not be able to change this culture. Okay? This is also another reason to vote. How many people know that the prosecutor position is an elected position? We need prosecutors that work for the people. We elect the prosecutors. We elect the attorney. We need those people to work for the people. Even though they work next to the police, they need to work for us. We need prosecutors that go to bat for us every time, whether they hit a win or not. We have too many prosecutors that say, well, I don't know if I'm gonna press charges because I don't know if I'm gonna win the case. We don't need, well, we do need 100%. We do need 100% winning record, but we'll settle for 500. We need to know that you went to bat for us every time. We need prosecutors that go to bat for us. guilty, then that's what it is. But we need to know that you went to bat for us. You work for us. We elected you. So we need accountability. We need accountability from all these systems. And most importantly, we need to have the silence stop from our allies. It's more than a hashtag. It's more than a share. We need you to get around the water cooler at work. We need you to tell your neighbors when they saw this on TV, it needs to be more than, oh, that's so sad. Oh, I feel bad for his family. No, exactly. Exactly. We need change and we need your help. So we need right now, make sure that you call out for police accountability. Make sure that you're registered to vote and engage. Put 2 feet in and vote the people out who don't want accountability. Vote them out. Remember who they work for. They work for us. They work for us. They work for us. So again, I want you to say it with me one time. Say, silence is violence. Silence is violence. Silence. Say it. Silence is violence. 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 Let's go.
No justice? No peace. No justice? No peace. No justice? No peace. Y'all, I had to call my sister to stand with me. This is my sister, Miss Karen Taylor. We have been organizing for years, fighting for our community, our black community here, fighting for all people to get free. And in all of this fighting we're doing, even at this moment when we are fighting to try to fight for justice in the name of Brother George Floyd, we have to leave here to go give our final condolences to our black brother, our black king, who lost his life too soon, not because of some particular shooting, but from trying to deal with racism in this country. And so when we stand here together with you, we want you to know this cannot just be a moment. As it was said, this can't just be a hashtag. This cannot just be a feel-good moment that you get high on and then you go back to business as usual. This is time to make some radical change. This is time for some revolutionary change. I was born and raised down in the South in Louisiana. And one of the people I look up to is one of my big fighters, my sheroes, Miss Fannie Hamer. And what she said, Fannie Lou Hamer said, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. I want y'all to know, black communities and other communities of color, we are sick and tired of being shot down in the street like some wild animals. We are sick and tired of watching and having to bury our children before they can even begin to drive a car. We are sick and tired, even in this pandemic, of watching people die because of a healthcare system that didn't give us health or care before the coronavirus. We're sick and tired. Parents, aunties, uncles, we're sick and tired of sending our black and brown babies into schools to be educated, but often they come back traumatized and terrorized. We're sick and tired of watching our people be thrown out of their housing because the rent's too damn high. We're sick and tired of sitting in the middle of the wealthiest city in the nation and you got more people living on the streets. We are just sick and tired of right now, in the middle of a global pandemic, when we are supposed to be sheltering someplace, we got to come out here and stand in the street yet again to demand that this corrupt system do right by our people. We are sick and tired. We are sick and tired. And so I just want to say, we won't keep you long, because again, we have to go and give our condolences to one of our beloved brothers, who we recognize that even beyond today, there will still be dyings. There will still be killings. So we ain't gonna use this moment just to be the end. This gotta be the moment that gets us radicalized for the long fight, the righteous fight, the just fight. And I just wanna say, for people of color and black folks, many of us, we already know our communities are under attack. We know, as somebody say, just our skin makes us a threat to these systems. And we gotta every day count our blessings that we, like our unfortunate brother George Floyd, don't have a knee to our neck. But we wanna make sure before we leave that for those well-meaning folks, particularly well-meaning white folks, who stand in solidarity, we ask, as someone said before us, do not allow your silence to be the way this system continues to do black and brown people wrong. We want to make sure for our well-meaning white folks, don't allow your tears and your fragility to be how you comfort yourself. We have had enough of the tears. Our cup runneth over. It is time, if you are standing for justice, stand in solidarity with black and brown people. Follow the leadership of black and brown people. Be committed to the movement for racial justice. Support organizations like the NAACP, who have been on the front line for years. And the other request we have, particularly for well-meaning white folks, do not allow your white babies to grow up to be a Devin Chauvin and the many others. We as black and brown people, it is not our place to educate, to inform you about the plight of our existence. We have to care for our babies and our elders. We have to help those who need to deal with their issues in our own community. It is important in this multiracial movement that everybody has skin in the game. And it's important that we work with urgency and not the way we've been doing business as usual. I just want to say thank you to all who organized. Thank you, Sister Shalee and others for inviting us. And again, who lives matter? Who lives matter?
Freedom of the people that have been beaten and killed and oppressed. What are you willing to do? Fuck that job. Fuck that job. Fuck your comfortability. Fuck that.
All right, next up to the mic, we have Chris Beasley, formerly incarcerated college graduate institute.
Thank you. So I'm Chris Beasley with the formerly incarcerated College Graduates Network and assistant professor at UW-Tacoma. I'm here to speak to the white people in the crowd. So we're all here to talk about the system, but I want to talk about you. I'm Chris Beasley, and I'm a racist. 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 I'm a racist, and I hate racism. I'm a racist, and I hate racism. Both of these statements are true. You can be both a racist and hate racism. You can be both a racist and hate racism. How is that true? I'm going to talk a little bit about how it's true. It's because I'm human and I grew up in a white supremacist system that taught me that white people and culture are superior, that taught me to fear people of color. It's because I internalized these cultural messages of white supremacy like any human would do. And you grew up. Stop! 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 If you don't want to let this man finish, don't participate. When we started this off, we said we're about having peace. We won't let anyone set a firecracker to erupt what we have going on here. So try to all that cussing, but you're clapping, because we're not trying to hear that. We're going to hear him out. If you don't hear his message, you're just as bad as them. There's a point to his message. Thank you. Now, if you're here, then I'm sure that you, like me, white people, were taught to be anti-racist as well. But that can't dispense with a lifetime of cultural learning about your superiority and the threat of black men. It's entrenched, it's emotional, it endures despite our best efforts to think it away. And the more that we hate this part of us, the more that we file it away, ignore it, bury it, pretend that it could never be me. But the reality is, we will always carry this cultural legacy. It doesn't mean that we can't work on this racism by learning about its process and searching for stories that counter that racist narrative, by embedding ourselves in communities of color and witnessing the greatness within and reflecting on their cultural strengths, by immersing ourselves in anti-racist dialogue and cultures. It doesn't mean we can't be less racist. We white people need to start by owning the racism that's within each one of us. Not just so that we can recognize and work on it or limit its harm, but also so that we can set an example for other white people. To show them that they can be both racist and anti-racist. It's an uncomfortable conversation to have with others and to have with ourselves. But it's time for the discomfort, to face our histories, to face our cultures, to face our systems of oppression that lift us up and hold others down, to face the ugliness within us and around us. We need to own and share not only this uncomfortable side of us, but also the anti-racist journey that we're taking. We need to share that with our white sisters and brothers. We need to welcome our white peers into this space with an understanding that it's okay to be racist. It just means that we're humans in a fucked up world. What isn't okay is to sit comfortably in that racism, pretending like it doesn't exist, allowing it to fester, allowing it to cause harm to our sisters and brothers of color, to kill young black men like George Floyd. If we here today, we white people here today, we woke white people here today, can't own this, how can we expect Josh in the Midwest or James in Eastern Washington to own his racism and walk his journey? I'll close by asking you, white, woke, anti-racist, to join me in this recognition. Join me. I may be anti-racist. Say it. I may be anti-racist. But I am racist and committed to owning and working on it. I'm committed to walking this journey with my white peers and loved ones. I may be racist. I may be anti-racist. But I am racist and committed to owning and working on it. I'm committed to walking this journey with my white peers and loved ones. Thank you.
Y'all was coming after my guy. He had a twist. Listen. White folks that are allies, accomplices in disrupting racism. Lean into being uncomfortable. Lean into admitting that there are racists and bias within you that you didn't know. Lean into learning from our black folks that the shit you do is fucked up. Hear it, learn it, listen. Don't yell, I'm not racist, until you're listening to the full message, because you're not gonna learn. Thank you, brother, for speaking into it. We did that on purpose. A black person can't make y'all see racism the way one of your own can. We need you to do the same thing this brother just did when y'all was coming after him. Have those conversations at your dinner table. Have those conversations in those workspaces. Have those conversations when you're in a meeting and you look up and you don't see no one else who don't look like you. Have that conversation. Thank you, Mr. Beasley, for speaking truth to power. I'm giving the microphone back to Heather. Heather has another speaker. Heather?
Yes, I would actually like to introduce a very special speaker to me, my own daughter. Yes, her name is Geneva. Here she is. Thanks, let's give it up for her.
Who works every day, so I wrote a poem on how I feel as a kid in this era of terrorism. We will not be silenced because of your actions. We will not be silenced because we are right. We will not be silenced because our lives don't matter to you. We will not be silenced because of your lack of alliances. We will not be silenced for your lack of knowledge. You only silence us because we know we are right. And what we ask of you is very little: basic rights. No one truly knows the fears of black children and their families. Every day I worry, is my mom and dad gonna be all right in this world? Am I gonna be all right? Is the way I look wrong or bad? Did I do something wrong? No, I didn't. I was born a strong black woman, and society can't accept that. They can't accept that I don't fit into their stereotypes and categories. They can't accept that I wear my hair wild and free. They can't accept that we are humans. They can't accept that we get killed by racists because of the color of our skin. All the people who have been shot are innocent, writing a check, playing with water guns, or taking a job. They can't accept we're black, but the thing we don't need is their validation. We need support, we need allies against the racism. We don't need handouts, we need change and support. So please make it aware that the holder of the gun's fault and not ours.
Thank you, everybody, and thank you for all our speakers for coming out. I'm gonna hand. Do a moment of silence now. Let's go ahead and do a moment of silence. All right, that's the only time we will be silent for this. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I'm going to hand the microphone over. We're going to go ahead and close out the speakers. But yeah, thank you.
Special thank you to People's Institute. Special thank you to 100 Black Parents. Special thank you to the ACLU of Washington. Thank you so much for the NAACP. Thank you to Brothers United in Leadership Development. Thank you to Heather and all of the organizers that go into this who say, I'm tired of being tired. I'm done dying. Next step, organize. We organize. We organize. We are going to take this matter. Feel free. This portion is finished. There's another at Westlake. Our brother Andre Taylor, not this time, is having another movement at 3. If you've got the time, show your solidarity. Show that we're not done, that we're not just ready to go home. If you have the ability, we understand this is COVID. We don't want to expose anybody that we don't have to, so feel free to use your own decision on that one. But they are marching at Westlake. That is a clear shot here on 5th Avenue. We do not have permits to walk all the way down 5th Avenue, so just keep that in mind. Look out for cars, use the sidewalks, but get down there to show Brother Taylor that we are standing by his side, that we're here in solidarity. Black lives matter. Whose lives matter? Whose lives matter? Peace and God bless. Okay?
disrupt our movement, y'all. We came with a purpose, and we gonna leave with a purpose. We know that there's people in this crowd probably that want to start some trouble. We're not with that. Raise your fist if you're not with that. We came in peace. We gonna leave in peace. Be safe, y'all. Keep the movement alive, and let's end the silence, and Black Lives Matter.
Probably the most important part of the entire speech. Looks like the cops are shutting it down, I guess.
They actually have some good chants here too. Yeah. That's the thing is those reopen protests we go to, the chants are kind of lame. Well, nobody knows how to protest.
No, they have no idea because on the right wing they just don't.
Look at that.
Maybe it's the one that keeps the divide there, but we would get constitutional policing really, really quick if that was legal.
They always have that stupid.
There's probably, you know,
They ask them where to start. And
at minimum, there's probably at least, 120 cops down here. At minimum. Yeah.
and then there's another 10 or 10 over here.
They're going to be staged basically on every corner. Yeah, I got it.
George Floyd! George Floyd!
Just wondering. Just wondering.
I can't breathe!
So that cop is reporting that guy probably right there. Hopefully nothing gets out of control.
I can't breathe!
More bikes. That person's pissed. That guy's pissed. Officer's still fighting. Oh, officer's right there in the corner now. Everyone's yelling at George Floyd. They've been doing, obviously, Black Lives Matter, I can't breathe. Chance of that. I assume he doesn't care,
he's gonna be a conversation in 5 or 10 years.
Dude, something smells good.